Welcome to 5 Minutes of Mime, the longest running podcast dedicated to the performance art of mime. I am your host, S.E. Engerman. While the mimes are off for our winter recess, I thought I'd go back over some of my favorite episodes from this last year and give you a peek behind the curtain, so to speak, rather than leave you with no new episodes until the new year like the mimes wanted to do. The first show we revisit is one I am most asked about, episode 12, The Baby, from March 2017. The title comes from the boxing film $1 Million Baby, 2004. The subtitle, If It's Rabbit Baby Wants, It's Rabbit Baby Gets, comes from a Bugs Bunny cartoon Slick Hair, in which a Humphrey Bogart-like character has ordered rabbit for dinner, and maitre d/waiter/chef Elmer Fudd is chasing Bugs around the restaurant until the end of the cartoon, when Fudd finally has to admit to Bogart he can't get the rabbit, to which Bogart replies, "Baby will just have to have a ham sandwich instead." At which point Bugs shoves an apple in his mouth and throws himself down on a serving platter. Apparently, the thought of being devoured by Baby appeals to the rabbit. And so, with that in mind, from March 2017, The Baby. Welcome to 5 Minutes of Mime, the weekly podcast dedicated to the performance art of mime. I'm your host, Mr. Engerman, but at night I become S.E. We've talked about the relationships between mime and other performance art such as dance. Tonight we turn our focus to the pugilistic art. Boxing, like all activities with a basis in movement of the human body, is an extension and application of the many techniques of mime. Mime is a world of contrasts and paradoxes. It is the sound of silence. It is the frame that defines the space. It is the lethargy of speed. In the motion picture $1 Million Baby, Maggie is an aspiring boxer, and Eddie Dupree is her reluctant trainer. As Eddie explains, boxing is an unnatural act. To move left, you push off with your right foot. This means to hold your stability, your weight must be over your right foot. This is to move left. And to move right, you push off with your left foot, shifting your weight to the left. The art is replete with contradictory notions. Sometimes the best way to deliver a punch is to step back. Sometimes the best way to counter a punch is to step into it, robbing it of its power. And now our pair of performers with tonight's main attraction. Wait, boxing? Oh, sorry, not boxing, dancing. I meant the show is about dancing. Wrong script, apologies. In dance, you push off with the left to move right, push off with the right to move left. When moving to the tempo of music, slower movement must be quicker to keep pace with the rhythm, while faster movement allows the performer's time between beats to slow down. Yes, that's dancing. Well, I think that wraps it up for this episode, while we attend to the performer's cracked ribs and ruptured kidneys. Thanks to all our guests who joined the show this year. If you'd like to learn more, please visit us at 5minutesofmime.com. Join the conversation on our Facebook listeners page, the 5 Minutes of Mime Quiet Storm, and on Twitter at 5 Minutes of Mime. Remember to visit the 5 Minutes of Mime store at TeePublic, tell your friends about the 5 Minutes of Mime playlist on YouTube, and leave a review for us on iTunes. From the 5 Minutes of Mime team and myself, S.E. Engerman, thank you for listening. Until next mime, good night.